Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joy and Alex's one-night stand soon turns into something more. Joy is informed by Alex that he enjoys spending time with her. Joy then tells someone that she and Alex are actually dating now. Sadly, there is another person who enjoys Alex's company. After splitting from Philip, Stephanie tells Alex that she misses him and didn't want to break up with him. It appears that Alex and Arrow are more alike than he may have thought. Rachel vanished after storming out of the DeMera estate after Kristen took away her phone and told her she would need to attend therapy, and now everyone is searching for her. Next, Sean tells Belle that a little girl who fits Rachel's description was allegedly struck by an automobile. Saying that she will never see her daughter again, Kristen sobs to Brady. Will they reconcile as a result of this tragedy? And just where is Rachel? When Bonnie falls into a trap that could have been taken directly from a body and soul storyline, fiction finally becomes reality. When Bonnie enters the hospital elevator, which isn't there, she falls down the shaft in the same manner as Hattie's character died on the soap opera. A mysterious individual places a red X through a picture of Bonnie as Justin tells Jada that he thinks his wife's accident was not an accident. Who is trying to harm Bonnie, and might the next victim be a cast member of Salem's favorite soap opera? See who is drawn into Sophia and her mother's most recent altercation by reading our Days of Our Lives spoilers. In last week's column, Richard took my place and, among other things, offered some insightful analysis of Days of Our Lives' body and soul issue. Not surprisingly, this week we experienced even more of those problems. However, we also had some enjoyable moments since Tate, EJ, and Sarah were obviously in over their minds. Excessive sharing. Have you ever been in conversation with someone you don't know well and they suddenly start talking about their personal issues and details? Perhaps they tell you about a personal medical problem they are dealing with or a terrible argument they are having with a coworker you don't know. That's how I'm beginning to feel about the lady whistleblower/body and soul issues. Abe requests that Leo adjust the days. Richard did a great job last week when he discussed how the entire subject has basically turned into a platform for complaining. And for me, that makes it feel a bit too awkwardly TMI. It feels uncomfortably personal to get into the conflict between writers and producers when Abe tells Leo that his idea to write Chanel off is lazy, though Leo doesn't care, he's doing it anyway. Carrie becomes vindictive and wants to destroy Leo personally in body and soul because it's been ruined, even though his criticisms may be valid, as Richard noted last week. And no, I am aware that I am a member of the media that Leo is angry with and that I also contribute to an online soap opera column. Carrie's outing should at least put an end to this portion of the body and soul controversy by next week. Unlearned lessons. Sarah, and Sarah. This will not go well. It can't go good. She should be aware that the truth will be revealed because too many people are aware of the fake letter, especially considering how frequently she has witnessed Xander's secrets and falsehoods come to light. Days in the Titan offices, Philip observes Sarah speaking to Xander while holding out her hand and putting her arms around him. If this was the long-term goal, I suppose that could explain why Xander has been acting more out of balance lately. Philip is only alive because there aren't enough bullets, not because Xander didn't attempt. And that would make Sarah more concerned about her husband's actions. Therefore, even while I understand Sarah's fear that her husband may commit murder once more, a relationship that lacks trust is scarcely characterized by that. She's also acting as though Xander has never managed Titan before and is going to ruin everything now that he has unbridled authority. Does she think he and Philip will control one another? Xander performed admirably as CEO in the past. In fact, he departed the last time he and Philip worked together because Philip had committed a heinous and dishonest deed, and he was angry at Victor for ignoring it. Considering the long term. Adoption is how I sincerely hope the Tate/Sophia narrative turns out. As I've already stated, I don't want a miscarriage or the baby to pass away after birth. They shouldn't be merely careless get-out-of-baby-free cards to throw around because they wind up becoming the preferred escapes far too frequently during the day. Days Tate points to himself and Sophia while they converse on his living room couch, but she merely looks at him. However, an adoption would free up Sophia and Tate, allow Amy to live up to her unwavering values, still result in a lot of drama throughout the pregnancy, and provide us with a potential legacy character when the adopted child returns to town as an adult and seeks to reunite with Tate. To be honest, I think I would prefer that right now over learning that Sophia is expecting someone else's, *Aaron, child and has been deceiving everyone. I don't need to use the cliché of the cunning, baby-hungry woman. Unsettling conduct. Although Rachel is a difficult child to like, I've observed that people either like her cunning intelligence or despise her for being a brat. There is hardly any middle ground. She is now going even further, though, and Brady is playfully stating that she is most likely going to dominate the globe. And truthfully, I might not mind if Rachel were to become the supervillain who replaced her Nano. Days disappointed, Kristen looks down at Rachel while holding a purple phone. However, I am uncertain if they are moving in that direction. In my opinion, they have taken her as far as they want to, and this plot point, where she ends up, will mark a sea change because she is sent off to have significant therapy and behavioral modification, only to return changed and a lot less like a mini supervillain. A man with a strategy? To be honest, Arnold isn't very adept at lying or pretending to be as serious as Rafe. However, I suppose I can see why Jada would purchase it. After all, who would say, "Oh, my loved one must have been replaced by an identical double because he's acting strangely"? Except for half of Salem. However, none of the other substitutes had Jada present. Excluding Stefan and Jake. And Marlena and Hattie. And, well, whatever. Days Rafe, who is strapped to a chair in the Demera tunnels, looks at EJ as they converse. But in the end, as regular commenter Tango pointed out in Wednesday's recap, I also don't know what EJ's plan is. I am aware of my suggestion from the other week that EJ's shooting is the only way out of this situation, but how does he intend to escape? Alright, he'll use Arnold to exact revenge on Paulina and Jada. Although Rafe is still restrained in the basement, I assume he will have Rafe dump Jada at the altar. What is the strategy for getting away with this, then? For a miracle, just bring in Dr. Rolf? Brainwashing? Wiping out the memory? Wandering thoughts. Comedy is one of Deidre Hall's strong suits. It was entertaining to watch Marlena's eyes jump out as she attempted to take a sip of her drink just as Leo was telling Javi and Carrie about her double possession, even though I still detest the show's constant mention of the devil. Days sitting at a table opposite Javi and Carrie, Leo smiles with Marlena. In relation to humor, EJ and Arnold make a fantastic comedic team. Are you bored? You came out of hiding for that reason? Is it rude to request that Rafe and Arnold be switched permanently?